What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Bants. This is my Smackdown review. That's right, the fans are back. I'm back reviewing Smackdown. Let's do this. Let's go.
This is great banter. Banter.
Starting off the show with a six-man tag. Roman Reigns comes out first to a decent reaction, getting some boos, getting some screams from the women. Of course he's going to get that. It's the Tribal Chief. He's absolutely gorgeous. It's Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the Universal Champion. People falling at their feet for him. Finally get to witness him in all his glory. But ladies and gentlemen, the six-man tag was good, but the best moment for me was the pop. That, ladies and gentlemen, that, kids, is a pop. Edge, when his music hit. My God, that is what I've been waiting for. That is what we've all been waiting to hear. That noise just sends tingles down your spine. It was brilliant. Decent six-man tag. Good way to tell a story, building into Money in the Bank. And a good picture at the end with Edge locking in that crossface, getting that bit of steel chair in the mouth of Roman Reigns and making him tap out. Maybe they should have had that at the end of the show. Would have been a big, good picture to end the show with, heading into Money in the Bank. We have Edge backstage being interviewed by someone, I don't know who she is, but then Seth Rollins interferes, and yeah, he's hoping that Edge wins so he can cash in on him when he wins the Money in the Bank. It could happen. You never know in the WWE what could go down. Could Seth Rollins win the Money in the Bank? He's got any good a chance as any, in my opinion. I like his character now. He's really working on it. The suits, they're not for me really, but works for him, I suppose. The laughter. He's a bit of a maniacal psychopath. And I'm liking this sort of Seth Rollins, really. Better than the ones we've had before. The Messiah and the other ones he's done in the past have just been god-awful. But this one, he's growing on me. It wasn't too bad. Someone I have enjoyed over the last year and a half has been Sami Zayn. He comes out to the ring spewing his old conspiracy theories again. And then the music hits, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Finn Balor. He's here on Smackdown. The Prince has arrived. And I hope this time round on the main roster, he can actually have a decent run. Had some decent feuds. They kind of dropped the ball on him last time, in my opinion. They started off well with him, and then he just faded out and fizzled out and became just a faceless nobody on the card. Hopefully this time round, we get a better shot with Finn Balor. I'd like to see him have a couple of feuds. There are some people on SmackDown, and eventually Roman Reigns title shot maybe down the line somewhere, but Finn Balor gonna beat Roman Reigns. No way, he won't be able to defeat the Tribal Chief. Never going to happen. So we saw a package where Shotzi and Nox, supposed tag team. I thought it was Shotzi and Ember Moon that were a tag team, but obviously not anymore. Shotzi and Tegan Nox are now a tag team, and they debuted last week and beat Tamina and Natalya, the tag team champions. And then this week, they're facing them again, but not for the titles yet. No. They've got to beat them again just to become the number one contender. They beat them last week. Surely then, in the running for a title shot, they've already beaten the champions once. They have to beat them twice to get a title match. It's just, we've got to see this match 3 times over. That's what's annoying me. It was brutal. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of any of them. Wasn't good. I mean, the girl with the shiniest wizard's okay, but the rest of them, nah, not for me. And then we had brutal commentary from Liv Morgan and Selena Vega. She's back again. And that was just awful. And then they all had a brawl at the end, and Liv Morgan was finished on top. I'm guessing, yeah, she's in the running to win this Money in the Bank, and I don't really care about this women's Money in the Bank. Half of the women on WWE are god-awful, and most of them are in this bloody Money in the Bank match. So we had back-to-back women's matches. Second one was a little bit better for me. Carmella versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I'm a fan of Bianca Belair. Carmella, she's okay. It was a decent match. Nothing amazing. A good win for Bianca Belair to get under her belt. and continue her reign as SmackDown Women's Champion. This new look Otis is growing on me. I do like him. He's not a joke anymore. Not me made him look like an idiot. He looks like a beast, a killer, and I like this. And I liked his match with Cesaro. And I like this feud they're going to have. And I'm looking forward to the rematch after Chad Gable interfered in the match, got a DQ, and then afterwards Otis just beat down Cesaro, beast mode. It was brilliant. I loved it. This is the Otis I want to see from now on. No more silly storylines, love interests with Mandy Rose. No more eating steaks and drinking shakes backstage. None of that stupid stuff he was doing in the past. This Otis is a killer. This Otis is a beast. This Otis is someone you can take seriously as a #1 contender. When he had that Money in the Bank briefcase before, he was an absolute joke. If he has it now, you could take him more seriously, but he's not in that match, unfortunately, this time round. I mean, you've got to give it to Baron Corbin. He's trying his best with anything they give him. That King gimmick was awful, and now he's broke as a joke and begging for money. And yeah, it's awful. Not entertaining at all. Go fund me, Corbin. I mean, that's just a joke, isn't it, really? Where are they going with this? It doesn't make... I don't know. They're just making a fool of the guy. He could actually be a legitimate contender, but they're just doing nothing. They're just making a fool of him every week. The King gimmick made he was stupid with the dog food and all of that. Do you remember that? And now this. Poor guy. The main event was a 4-way, a fatal 4. It was a decent match. I did enjoy it. It kind of fizzled out the show. They kind of like a bit flat of an ending, really, for me. I wouldn't have minded like switching the first match for the last match and the last match for the first match. Put Reigns and his Usos out in the main event against Edge and Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio. That ending with Roman Reigns tapping out. That would have been a good picture to head into Money in the Bank. But this way, it was, I suppose, it's the Money in the Bank match, and they're trying to build to that. And Seth Rollins got the win here, which doesn't always mean that he's going to win Money in the Bank. It's usually the bloody opposite. But it was a decent match. 4-way. Nothing spectacular. The guys worked their asses off in the match. So Seth Rollins, Big E, Kevin Owens, Nakamura. One thing I want to know is, who is Rick Boggs and where did he come from? Playing his guitar for Nakamura. Decent, but it was just a bit of a flat ending to a good show, in my opinion. Like I said, I would have thought the picture of Roman Reigns tapping out would have been a good way to end the show, but never mind. And they killed that at the beginning of the show. They blew their load early there. Overall, I did enjoy this show. It was good. There were some moments I was like, oh dear. But other than that, yeah, it was okay. Enjoyable. Having fans back made it a lot better. A lot more enjoyable. Thank you. Finally, the fans are back in attendance, and I'm really enjoying watching professional wrestling again. And this was a good show for me. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Does me a massive favour if you comment and everything else down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.